This video is a fan-made letter based on General Grevious lore. Story made by Koki Monster. Please enjoy.
I remember the day the Huck attacked like it was burned into my memory. The Kali were a proud people, and we had fought long and hard to secure our lands. But the Huck, with their endless resources and relentless assault, were a storm we could not weather alone. As our cities fell and our people suffered, I took it upon myself to seek help. I made a desperate plea to the Jedi Order, hoping their renowned wisdom and strength would save us. I reached out with sincerity, believing that their sense of justice would compel them to aid us in our time of need. Yet, their refusal came not from a lack of compassion, but from their strict follow to the principle of non-interference. The Jedi saw our conflict as a regional issue and believed that intervening would violate their code and disrupt the balance they sought to maintain. Their refusal was a knife to my heart. Neither less, we fought on, battered but unyielding. The Huck continued their advance, and the suffering of my people grew more dire with each passing day. I watched as they overran our defenses, slaughtered my people, and destroyed our homes. But amid this chaos, the worst happened. They did it. They finally did it. They took her away from me. Sondar, my mate, whom I loved deeply. She was not just a companion, but the symbol of hope and strength for me. The Huck captured her, and despite my desperate attempts to save her, they executed her. They threw her lifeless body into the ocean and denied her the honor of a proper burial. I stood on the shore, paralyzed by grief and rage, watching as the waves claimed her. It was then the light in my eyes faded. All I could feel now was hatred. The suffering of my people and the loss of my beloved filled my heart with vengeance. I vowed to make them pay for their atrocities. I rallied the remnants of my people and forged a new path. I became a leader in the truest sense, transforming our resistance into a formidable force. Victory came slowly, but it came nonetheless. Everything changed after we attacked a Huck base and managed to steal their ships. With those ships, we started pushing the Huck back, each victory fueling the next. The tide of war shifted, and the Huck, once so confident, found themselves on the losing side of the war. But just as we were on the verge of victory, the Jedi Order decided to intervene. They arrived with their armies, not in response to my pleas, but to support the Huck. They had watched us suffer, watched the Huck destroy our homes, refuse to aid us, and only chose to act when the balance of power shifted. Their hypocrisy was a bitter pill to swallow. I looked upon the Jedi with a new kind of hatred. Their intervention was not just a tactical move. It was a personal betrayal. They had turned their backs on us when we were at our most desperate, and now chose to act only when it served their interests. This injustice fueled my rage, solidifying my hatred for them. The Jedi's intervention was swift and relentless. Their armies descended upon us with everything they had, their arrival marked by a blinding array of starships and advanced weaponry. I had anticipated their actions with a grim sense of inevitability, but their assault was more devastating than I had imagined. Our forces, although emboldened by our previous victories, found themselves outmatched by the combined might of the Republic and the Jedi. The battles were brutal, our positions steadily eroded by their superior tactics and firepower. The Jedi, with their disciplined ranks and formidable skills, cut through our defenses in mere minutes. Their presence on the battlefield was like a taunt, emboldening the Huck to act more viciously under their protection. Despite our fierce resistance, we could not withstand the full weight of their onslaught. The tides of war turned against us, and the Jedi's strength became evident in every engagement. Our once formidable forces were gunned down, the losses mounting as each day passed. The sight of our strongholds falling and our people fleeing was a crushing blow to our morale. I fought valiantly, as did my remaining commanders, but the sheer scale of the Republic's intervention proved overwhelming. The Jedi, with their seemingly endless resources and their commitment to preserving their version of balance, pushed us back relentlessly. One after another, my brothers and sisters fell. The battles were fierce, but it became clear that we were losing. In the aftermath of our defeat, my people were mere shells of our former selves. The Kali, once a proud and resilient people, were decimated. Our cities lay in ruins, and those who survived faced an uncertain future under Huck control. The Huck, now emboldened by their victories and supported by the Jedi, imposed crippling reparations on our people. Our once prosperous society fell into financial ruin. The Jedi, having ensured the Huck's victory, did little to alleviate the suffering of our people. Their primary concern had always been their own interests and maintaining their perceived balance of power. I watched my people endure suffering under the Huck. We faced racial inequality and harsh treatment, with no one responding to our pleas, no one coming to our rescue. It was in this moment that Count Dooku approached me. The former Jedi, now a Sith Lord, saw the desperation of my people. He offered me an alliance, a chance to save my people. He promised power and resources to help my people ease their debt. In return, I was to fight for him, train under him, and serve him. To fight those hypocritical Jedi and save my people was a great opportunity. How could I possibly turn that down? And through the Separatists, I will enact my vengeance. I will claim victory and leave my mark. The Jedi will come to fear me and regret aiding those who oppressed my people. As I instill fear in them, I will collect my trophies. Ah yes, another lightsaber to my collection.